If you were scanning in the office and kind of went, who burnt the office down? You'd go, him. It was him.
Have you tried that new app, Sheet Filler?
Oh, my goodness. Maltesers went everywhere. Wow. We haven't even got to the problem yet, and this person is alienated and upset. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Wanging On with Graham and Maria. I'm Graham, that's Maria, and we are here to offer the very best and so-so advice to your life's dilemmas. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
I've just eaten a biscuit.
Yes, you do tend to do that. Just the minute I start speaking, you start shoveling food down your gob.
Is that annoying for you?
Well, it's just kind of, it's like we have been sat here for some time waiting for things to happen. And I'll eat my biscuit now.
Yeah.
Was it nice? Rafi's certainly enjoying the crumbs.
Slightly stuck in my teeth. But let's move on.
Rafi's a dog. Not everyone's watching this. Some people are listening.
Yeah, Rafi is a dog.
Yeah, Rafi's I'm establishing it.
He's a toy poodle.
Yeah, it's a dog.
He's two.
He's
black.
All of the above.
Yeah. I'm establishing it.
People are flocking to YouTube now.
I'm annoyed that you told me off for eating my biscuit.
I didn't tell you off. I just commented it was an odd time to eat a biscuit, that's all.
Anyone would think we're married. Yes.
Have been really living in London this week.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you do indeed live in London.
But you know the way sometimes...
It's very easy to forget that you're...
I think it's very easy in London. Like, there's so much to not do.
True.
There's so much to miss.
And you always think, I'll go and visit Buckingham Palace another time because it's never going to go anywhere.
Well, I'm never going to do that.
No, it's very boring, actually.
I'm never going to do it.
No.
There is a gift shop at the end, though, but it takes a long time to get to it, doesn't it?
I cycle past it quite often.
Oh, I do too.
Yes.
And often...
Normally, the changing of the guard.
Isn't it so annoying? Just, you're trained guards. Change faster.
Yeah. But there's money to be made in changing the guard.
Is
Tourists, yes,
But
everywhere.
how do they make money? Is there a gift shop there?
A gift shop everywhere. You have to have a photograph next to somebody, and then you go and that's 10 quid.
But I like some weeks. I just like this week. I went to a stand-up show. I went to the theatre.
Who did you see?
Deirdre O'Kane. Do you know Deirdre O'Kane?
Irish, I'm guessing. Yeah,
Irish.
Good.
Excellent. I tend to give most things the benefit of the doubt. Do you walk out?
I leave in the interval a lot.
Do you really?
Yeah. Not. Oh. Yeah, because my dog needs me at home. No, I do. I'm afraid because I just think life is too short.
But often I find there's something lovely in the second half. Or sometimes I'll really enjoy the first half and I can't wait to go back. And then you go back and go, oh, I wish I'd left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to see, what's that one with the Meryl Streep with a hole in the thing in New York?
Oh, Death Becomes Her.
First half, fantastic. Second half,
I would say the first 20 minutes are some of the funniest,
They
best.
throw everything at it.
It's so good. And actually, I kind of stayed on a high from that. So I didn't really mind the rest of it. But the rest of it just not nearly as strong.
No, they didn't have anything to finish with because they'd chucked everything at it. But yes, leaving in the interval, it's so expensive in the theatre, but I always feel that my time is short, especially now I'm getting older. You read books that you don't like until the end, whereas I go, no.
Because often I think there's something, you find something along the way. A friend of mine thinks someone should come up with an app where if you leave at the interval, there's an app where people can go and take your seat and see the second half of things.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, like the fillers at the Oscars, when you go to the loo.
Yeah, and so for free, you get to see the second half of something. It's not a bad idea.
I wouldn't mind someone sitting on my lap as well in the first half. Because those tickets are expensive.
I feel if you called an app seat filler, it might go wrong.
Yeah, that's open to so many possibilities, isn't it?
Yeah, people aren't using it for what I intended it for.
Have you tried that new app, Sheet Filler?
Oh, my goodness. Maltesers went everywhere.
Now stop it.
Audiences have got worse, I think.
Well, when you're going to see the stand-up, was the audience annoying?
No, actually, the audience of that are quite well behaved.
So what do you think about when you went to the theatre the other day?
Yeah, or theatre, plays, in particular. People just...
Chomping sweets.
There's an awful lot of talking. I don't understand the talking. Like, what are you finding to say to that person you're with?
What did he used to be in? Was he in that thing? It comes after Emmerdale. Yeah, there's a lot of that. But did we always find that annoying? Is it just that we're older, so we have less tolerance?
I think people didn't used to do it as much. I think people were better behaved. I think people are so used to sitting on the sofa, talking through things and scrolling through their phones that they find it quite hard to sit in a row and not have a phone screen as well. Because I do that when I watch telly now. My phone is always in my hand.
Why?
Because telly's often quite boring. So
but so is scrolling.
Yes, and together they're extra boring, and I get to go to bed.
I like the way you said yes. Like that.
I remember. Is this a terrible story? Oh,
Go on, tell it.
I went to see a musical in London years ago. Not that many years ago, called And Juliet. It's Max
what's his
Martin.
name? Max Martin.
Who did all the
right.
Britney Spears things and everything.
Fabulous.
So it's kind of a jukebox musical. It's all these pop hits, and it imagines what would have happened if Romeo and Juliet hadn't died, and their lives after that.
Is it an all-female cast?
No.
Okay.
But the woman playing the nurse, and of course we were too tight to buy a program. So the woman playing the nurse, I'm looking at her thinking, I know her, and I really knew her, and like to the point where I'm thinking, did I work with you? I think I worked with you. Who are you? Da, da, da. Anyway, afterwards we got asked.
Go backstage?
We got asked to go backstage to meet the cast. So the woman playing the nurse walks up to me, and I go, I know you, don't I?
No, Graham.
And her face
Fell.
Oh, it was awful.
Oh.
It was Keala Settle, in The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
And she's on my show twice.
Graham.
I'd interviewed her on the radio to promote that musical.
There's going to come a point where your agent is not allowed to let you out, by the way.
Isn't that terrible? I felt so bad.
How did you ameliorate that? We were able to say...
I'm so sorry, I'm an old idiot. I did, of course.
I mean,
oh my
to
God.
be fair to you, you do meet a lot of people.
I know, but the woman had been promoting the thing I'm now watching.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't remember even having met her. I mean, I did know, I knew her. Her face was so familiar. But it just... bad.
I'm sad for you and I'm sad for her. But this is only going to get worse, by the way. So you better stop.
Or better.
Stop utilising London and stay in.
No, I think it'll get better once I don't even know that I know them.
I mean,
what made it bad was me going, I know you, don't I?
Oh.
If I just blanked her, that'd be much better.
No, but why don't you do the showbiz thing of hello and hug, and then they start to speak, and then
it was annoying me. It was annoying me because I was like, I know her.
Live with that annoyance, or suffer the consequences of having to take your foot out of your mouth.
I know.
What else have you done, by the way, this week?
That'll do you.
You said, I'm going to talk about utilising London.
And I have.
So far, I've heard, I went to a stand-up show and I went to the theatre.
That's two things.
Okay. Is that utilising?
Okay, I might go to a concert at the O2. Hello, darling. Do you want to come up? Oh, hello. If you're not watching, that's a dog jumping on my lap. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not asking Maria to jump through a hoop. Good girl.
I have done many times before. Shall we move on?
Our in tray is overflowing. We'll get to some problems in just a second. It's time. Please rip the envelope. Mm-hmm. Letter number 1.
Mm-hmm. I should really anticipate this so that...
I mean, I wouldn't like to say anything 3 months in, but...
But I quite like the authenticity of having to wait. Dear Graham and Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Can you pay attention?
It's your dog.
Dear Graham and Maria, me and an old friend... Is that grammar? Me and an old friend?
Let it go.
Okay. Me and an old friend both retired last year. Clearly not English teachers. A few months apart.
Wow. We haven't even got to the problem yet, and this person is alienated and upset.
We wondered how to fill our time and decided to join a choir together.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
It's fun. We're both sopranos and we're doing our first big show in a couple of months. I just don't think she's a very good singer. Don't get me wrong, I'm hardly Celine Dion, but she always stands next to me and sings off-key and out of rhythm in my ear, and it really throws me off. The choir is very welcoming to all abilities, and I suppose there's something nice in that, but I just don't think she's good enough. How much longer do I have to put up with her throwing me off? Oh my goodness. An old friend a minute ago, now how much longer do I have to put up with her? Kill her. That is from Therese in Great Yarmouth. I mean... It's really, I hear what you're saying,
yes,
Therese,
I mean,
in
it
Great
is a
Yarmouth,
problem.
but it's not your issue because presumably the choir master or mistress or person had, just said everybody can join the choir, a bit like Gareth Malone. Everyone joined the choir. If you can speak, you can sing. My old singing teacher told me, and I had to prove her wrong.
On both counts.
Yes, indeed. So that's the job of her, and maybe put her in a different section. They normally kind of section you off, so you get soprano. Oh yeah, both sopranos.
Yeah, no, but I would say arrive a little late or something, so that you're not standing beside her.
Maybe they travel together.
I don't know, but also,
shall you drive this week, or shall I drive this week? Shall I drive this week, or shall you drive?
Yeah.
Silly taking two cars.
It is silly, but I'm going to park very slowly. Why don't you go in?
Very good.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we like to put ourselves in these positions, Graham.
Yeah. But also, Therese, I would worry because, if you want some sort of quality control in this choir, Therese might make the cut. She says herself she's not Celine Dion.
Yeah.
So she might also get the boot if they start having quality control.
Yeah.
So I just think the problem is you're standing right beside this woman who is caterwauling in your ear.
I mean, out of tune and out of time is that's a pretty...
Those are kind of the two things you need to be.
to sing in a choir.
Yeah, it's kind of... I do like...
A prerequisite.
Yeah, but I like that they just said, no, anyone can sing. On you come. They're going to give a concert soon.
Yeah.
So this reminds me, I had lunch with a friend the other day, and his daughter is about 10, I think 10 or 11, and they were doing a school concert. And actually, she is a good singer, right? But she got a speaking role.
The daughter, yeah.
She got a speaking role. And her friend...
Bad singer.
...got a singing role. And she went to my friend and said, Daddy, is it wrong that I'm pleased that she's bad? And that's a very sophisticated adult thing, I think, that you can enjoy your friend being rubbish.
But also, sad for her, furious that she's got a good voice. But maybe, you see, this is what happens now, because you don't put the good singer in, because, you can sing, so what? So we'll put somebody who can't sing in to big them up. It's all about bigging people up and not hurting feelings, which is good.
Oh, Rafi's... What's wrong? Oh, no. Is it the ghost? Oh, no, he's seen that lady again.
Is it the lady with no pants on again? You see her a lot at home, don't you? Traumatised, poor little thing.
I said to my friend that he should have said to her, yes, it is okay to enjoy your friend being rubbish, so long as you know that all your friends will enjoy when you're rubbish at something.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hubris.
It comes around.
It does come around.
And actually, I think it's quite...
Can you explain hubris?
It's something to do with a wheel.
And the gods.
Yeah.
The gods.
I think it's probably best if people just Google it.
Should we leave it?
Yeah, I think just let's leave that to the Google machine. Yes.
I didn't know it once, but shiny thing.
Oh, the hubris of it all. No, I think that's quite good character building to know that people are enjoying your failure.
Yeah. I think so too. But we all do know that. I mean, we know that when you got successful, lots of people furious that you were being successful.
And then, if you're in a big flop show that nobody watches it cancelled, people are delighted.
Thrilled with that.
I'm exactly the same when something terrible happens to people.
Of course. We're all quite nasty under the skin, even though we keep saying all the time, let's just be kind. I say it a lot.
Yeah. Be kind and work hard.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, Therese, wow, can I shut her up?
Yeah, how much longer have I got to put up with her singing off key and out of time?
I think the main thing here is, look, this is your friend and you are retired, so you have time together.
Yeah, and an old friend and you like each other.
So, look, I think you've got two things to do. Either, Therese, you're not a great singer either, so maybe just dump the choir. Find something else you want to do.
Oh, this is a good thing. Take a metronome with you. To
or
the choir.
Stick. Just hit her with a stick.
A metronome to keep her in time. And then whenever she's out of tune, just go, oh! Ah! Like that. Every time she hits a bum, no, oh! Oh my goodness.
I think just don't stand beside her. If you can find a way to not stand beside her.
Yeah, and also, it's a lovely little thing. At some point in your life, you won't be able to make the choir. So enjoy it while you can, Therese.
Yes, and also in memories, it'll just be photographs. So you know what I mean? You're not going to have to... They're not presumably doing...
No sound division.
Yeah, they're not doing recordings.
do recording.
Do they really?
Why don't you do a recording? That's a good thing to raise. When you're standing there, record it like that, but favour the phone towards your friend.
No good will come of this.
No, I know, but it's quite good to let someone know how bad they are.
And also, Therese will have to hear herself and go, oh.
Yeah. Well, maybe it will be...
Oh, I wondered who was putting her off.
Maybe you could both learn a lesson from this. But I think that's your only option, is to do that and then play it in the car on the way home and then never speak to each other again.
Okay, time to hear what our wangers have to say about Theresa's problem. A reminder, these are dedicated listeners who've had early eyes on the problems. How did they do that? They just emailed us, wangingon@listen.co.uk. Who have we got today?
Cassius. Oh, that's a nice name. Cassius says, if you did an audition for the choir and ability isn't a measure of entry, leave her to it. Move away, don't take her joy, and make her feel self-conscious.
I like that.
Cassius,
don't make her feel self-conscious.
Yeah.
Let her kind of fly her freak flag.
Yeah. I mean, she can't sing, so what? She's having a nice time.
But she's in a choir.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what the calibre is. Nicole says, it's up to the choir leader to say she isn't very good. Stop being a bad friend and let her enjoy retirement. Quite.
If only Stephanie could speak. Oh, she can.
Oh my goodness, a voice note.
Ask yourself if the choir is more important than your lifelong friendship. I assume you didn't join to become professional singers, but to do something together and have fun. So does it really matter if your friend is not very good? Maybe just keep practicing in distracting situations so you can focus on doing your best and let your friend have fun.
Stephanie's thought about that, hasn't she?
She'll make a marvellous mother.
Yeah, she will.
Very good. I like that practice in distracting situations.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, Anthea Turner, in her autobiography, tells a fascinating story about...
That was in a bargain bin at my charity shop recently.
Oh, was it? No, she used to do a thing where she would have headphones in and she listened to the radio while speaking to the lady at the till. And this was to prepare her for being in live television broadcasts where they're talking in your ear, but you've got to read autocue at the same time.
God, love her.
I know. So that was...
I've got some... Oh, get on with it, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was Stephanie's advice.
Yeah. Glenn says, I used to be in a choir.
All right.
There's nothing quite like recording yourself and listening back to hear how out of tune you really are. Safe to say, I'm not in a choir anymore. Make a harmless suggestion that the two of you get together and record your rehearsal. It's good, but it won't end well. As soon as she listens back to the tape, she'll realise singing isn't for her. No, don't take away her joy, Glenn. I mean, it's just a choir. It's not... No one's being hurt here.
Well...
Why can't people just be kind?
and work hard.
Yeah. Frankie says, this isn't your problem. Have a word with the choir leader. It's up to them to give your friend some one-to-one attention to improve their pitch. Then you can just play the part of the encouraging friend. Good point.
Yeah. And also, I do think Therese might want to hear herself and just hear how good or bad she might be.
Yeah.
You know, the difference between your voices
The
might be...
Celine Dion of it all.
Yes.
No,
I think we're good. Therese, enjoy your time with the choir and thanks for writing in. Before you know it, we are going to be ankle deep in a second dilemma. It's coming up. Second letter time.
Thank you, and I'm sort of ready for
Yes,
you.
you were, I thought, quite quick on the draw there.
Dear Graham and Maria, our dad died recently. I am one of 4 children, and he left quite a bit of money in his will. Now, I'm not sure why he did this, but he decided that 2 of his children are doing very well financially, whereas the other 2 work in the public sector and are not so well off. I'm a social worker, so along with my teacher sister, we have been left all of the money. Oh, this has caused a terrible rift with our better off siblings. I have suggested that we override Dad's wishes and divide the money 4 ways. But my teacher sister has refused. How do you think we can resolve this? I just want my family back. And that is from Jeff. Oh my goodness, I just want my family back. Where there's a will, there's always a problem, Graham.
I just think it's so sad. I mean... wills shouldn't be complicated, and yet parents, the most sensible people in the world, who've been sensible all their lives, they do these bonkers things. Oh, they've got one, and one of my kids has more grandchildren than the other, so they're going to get more money. And you say, just leave it equally and let them all sort it. It's magic money. It came from nowhere.
Yeah.
But no, so it's happened now. I mean, what you really want to do is get a time machine and shout at your father and say, don't be so stupid. But it's happened now. And the other thing about the richer siblings, who are they angry with?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Why have they fallen out with the other two?
Because they haven't been left the money.
No, but the father wrote the will.
I know, but it doesn't work like that. It works like I have not got money in my bank account from my father, who I thought loved me equally to the rest of my family. I mean, it's so much to unpick with wills, and the relationship that you had with that particular parent. It represents stuff that isn't just about money. It represents where you were in the family, how much they loved you, how much grief you have. It's incredibly complicated, which is why, I mean, we should all make wills, obviously, but we don't, because we're frightened that if we make a will, we'll die. That's madness. And we should be very, very clear about how, and not cause a scene and not make waves for our children, certainly. But that doesn't help in this particular case.
But then you imagine if he'd left it 4 ways. I wonder if maybe the teacher would have been gone, because those two have loads of money, I should have got more. Is there any good way to leave money?
Well, yes, because that at least is I have treated all my children the same. It was up to them what they did with their lives. To each is given a stepping stone, a book of rules, and, all of that. You make your life what you want. You have chosen social work and the teaching profession, never great payers, probably the others are hedge fund managers, etc. Or art dealers, who knows? But all you want to know is that your parents have treated you equally. And this is kind of like a judgment on them. It's a judgment that, you didn't work quite as hard, and therefore you've worked hard, but money has come easily to you. There are all sorts of ways of interpreting this.
The other thing I think is that this isn't just about the will. These are 4 people who are grieving. They're in grief. So I think as much as you want your family back, Jeff, I think you are going to have to wait for the dust to settle.
And it will.
It will. And then I think you can broker some sort of thing where you go, look, I know you're upset about the will. I don't know whether you unilaterally, Jeff, could give a quarter to each of the other two. I don't know.
There's a fly in the ointment in as much as he has suggested let's just split it equally.
Yeah.
And the sister, has said no. So there's only one person who is against this. So you seem to have taken it upon yourself, Jeff, to be the kind of mediator here. So you really need to work with your sister on this.
Or work with the other two and go, look, I understand why you're upset, but equally, other sister teacher really needs this money. And also I think the other thing I want you to say to your siblings is you don't want your father's legacy to be that the family has fallen apart.
No. But the problem is the fracture has happened, hasn't it?
But it's so fresh. I think this rift can be healed with just a calm, steady voice. And Jeff seems like a really reasonable person. He understands why they're upset. And he's the one with the money.
Yeah.
You would think this letter would be written by one of the rich kids going, where's my money?
Yeah.
But it's Jeff. Jeff wants this. He wants his
he
family
wants his
back.
family because
he wants it. He wants it solved. And I think Jeff's the man to do it.
But as you say, Graham, it's magic money anyway. It's like there was no guarantee, or maybe they all were relying on this money. There's no guarantee that you get this thing, and suddenly it's a nice surprise when you hear that you've been left some money.
Yeah, it could have all gone to a donkey sanctuary, and
that would have caused a big scene. But at least you'd be united in the fury about the donkeys,
yes,
rather than each other. Which I think you've got to be with each other. You've got left now, probably by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
So don't let it cause. I mean, I do think work on your sister.
I think in the fullness of time, hopefully the other siblings can see that this is no one's fault, apart from the dad's.
But I can hear them talking when you say, you don't need the money. That's not the point. It's the principle of the thing. It's what Dad felt about all of us. You can absolutely hear it, and your dad is a twit. Sorry.
I'm
sorry for your loss.
You feel bad speaking of the dead, but he really messed up on this one.
Should we hear what some of our wangers have?
Have the wangers been in touch?
They have.
Ooh.
They have. I mean, tricky dilemma indeed, but Philippa says, I understand the upset that this has caused, but your father was very clear in his wishes and they need to be respected. Why not suggest to your other siblings that you donate a chunk of your inheritance to a charity of their choice? That should appease them.
It won't.
No.
Do you know what? I adore there are people like Philippa in the world who think that would work.
I'm not sure she's really behind that. She's written those words down, but really. John says, invest your chunk of the money and then split the returns evenly. Well, short and sweet, okay.
Except then that prolongs the problem.
Yeah.
Suddenly the money problem drifts on for years.
People want to start buying diamonds, don't they, here?
Oh, really?
Well, the people that got the money.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
What are we doing here?
Una says, if you want to share your inheritance...
So has the world ended while we've been in this podcast studio? If only there was a window, there'd be a large mushroom cloud outside.
Only there was someone to tell us. Una says, if you want to share your inheritance with your other siblings, I think that would be very noble and totally your choice. But if your sister doesn't want to, that's her choice too.
Yes.
And you cannot force her. Do whatever feels right with your own money and try not to judge her too harshly if she makes a different decision.
And also, I feel like, Jeff, are you being guilted into giving this money away? Because I'm sure Jeff, he's a social worker. I'm sure he could do with this money. Thank you very much.
I think he's just feeling that he'd like his family back. I really hear the fact that he knows and he's kind of prepared to do anything.
Well, also, the other thing is, I think because he's a social worker, he presumably has the skills for this. If you know, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He knows what it's like to deal with a difficult family situation.
Yeah.
How you deal with different sorts of personalities, raised voices, reactions, grief. All of that should be in his wheelhouse.
All those family kind of fallouts that you had when you were 9 and 11, respectively, come back, rushing back at you. It's just that family dynamic is very difficult in this situation. But Morgan says, it's
Morgan?
Morgan.
Shall I put the kettle on?
Yes, very good. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Morgan. Good Morgan. It's lovely of you to offer some of the money back to your siblings, but it's a little redundant if your other sibling won't. Maybe you all need to sit down and openly discuss how the money would actually help the two who received it, and not just be added to savings or be used for a holiday, etc. Your dad was doing what he thought was best, and you shouldn't attach shame or guilt to his choices. Shouldn't, but do. Especially if the money would make a real difference to you. I like the fact that Graham is paying attention. Patrick says...
Rafi and I are discussing the problem.
Yes, I see that.
I'm investing it in dog food.
Patrick says, in the height of grief, these things can seem all-consuming, but tensions will probably ease over time. Spend a bit of money on hosting a large family get-together in your father's memory. That's called a funeral, isn't it? When everyone is face-to-face, your siblings won't stay mad for long. Have you got a family, Patrick?
Oh, I mean, you hope they won't. And whatever happens, the freshness of it will go away, and it will become easier, I think, to talk to people about it. There'll always be a lot of seething resentment, but it might calm down.
I think you just have to keep the lines of communication open, because the tendency in this situation is for you all to sort of, disappear and silently fume.
Yeah.
And don't do that.
Jeff, it's a horrible, horrible dilemma, and hopefully some of that advice has helped. Jeff, of course, got in touch by emailing us, wangingon@listen.co.uk. That's the email address you could use if you've got a dilemma that we might be able to help with. It's also where you send your Am I Weirds, which is the section which we end the podcast with. Am I weird? What's the story?
Yes, today we have Dennis in Peterborough.
Oh, yes.
So here it is. Hi, Graham and Maria. Am I weird that I have my headphones on all day at work? I'm in a big open plan office and my boss insists we come in 4 days a week. So I pop them on 4 days a week, pop them on at 9 a.m. and they come off at 5:30. I'm not always listening to anything, but it stops people from approaching me for excruciating office chit-chat. I mean, you're not weird, because that obviously all makes sense, but... What do your colleagues think of you there?
Because they're talking about him.
Yeah, you can't hear. But Dennis, I think your colleagues will either go, who does he think he is? I don't want to talk to him anyway.
Yeah. And also, I feel like you're missing out on a lot of stuff that's going on in the office. You know what I mean? Important. There are things in any office that you need to be hearing.
Yeah. Do you want a cup of tea, Dennis?
Yeah, office politics, that sort of thing. Actually, we're all leaving early today. Leave him. He's not listening.
Do you want to come for a drink later, Dennis?
No.
Apparently not.
There's a bonus. Would you like one, Dennis? No, nothing.
Nothing.
So I feel like there's something a bit smug about sitting in the office in headphones all day.
Yeah.
Like,
Could you imagine
I'm better than this. I'm better than the sort of stupid rubbish you're talking
Small
about.
talk.
And you might be better than the stupid rubbish they're talking about, but actually...
You're making no new friends. I mean, it's Barbara's birthday. Happy birthday. Dennis, join in. Nothing. They all hate you, Dennis. I mean, if you really have just removed yourself from the office, it's an open plan office for a reason. You don't have to be chitty-chatting all day long. Presumably you've got work to do, Dennis. Yeah. But it's not weird. It's rude.
And also, it's that thing of if you were scanning in the office and kind of went, who burnt the office down? You'd go, him. It was him. Because there is something just weirdly antisocial and awkward about it.
Yeah.
Like the fact that sitting there with headphones all day is preferable to making a small bit of small talk. It is a bit...
No, it's neither big, clever or funny what you have decided to do, Dennis. And I'm advising you to stop this nonsense immediately before they kill you.
Do you think this is actually from Anthea Turner?
So I'm going to go not weird, just rude. And it is like attention seeking, Dennis. It's just you're trying to say, look at me. Look, yes. I don't need to listen to your nonsense. They don't want to talk to you anyway, Dennis. And everyone's stopped even talking about you because they're so used to this gormless git sitting there with some headphones on.
I feel like Dennis wants us to say it's weird. And he'll go, I'm so weird, I'm so interesting. Not weird, not interesting. I'm with you, just dull and rude. And with that, we're done and dusted for yet another week, Maria.
Hooray!
A huge thank you to everyone who's contributed to today's pod.
Yeah. And also I have to say, if you need proper advice, because we're not experts, we like to think we are, but we're not, head to @Wanging On the Instagram to find information on some actual experts when you need serious proper help. Wanging On with Graham and Maria. Why are you laughing?
No reason.
Wanging On with Graham and Maria is a Listen production.
And we'll see you next week.